Welcome back, genius folks. In today's video we'll be talking about how to divide fractions. To divide fractions, we're going to have to learn something called a reciprocal. Now, reciprocal isn't really hard to understand. It's just flipping a fraction. And by that I mean, let's say we have 1/2, right? And to find the reciprocal of 1/2, we could just flip it. So we would just flip this and we would get 2/1. So basically what I did was the denominator 2, I moved it up to the numerator 1, and the numerator 1, I moved it down to the denominator. So after I flip that, we get 2/1. So the reciprocal of 1/2 would be 2/1, and the reciprocal of 2/1 would be 1/2, or 1/2. So that's basically a reciprocal. And you might be wondering, how would that help us divide fractions? Well, it makes it easier to divide fractions. So let's say we're given the problem 2/3 divided by 3/4. Let's say we're just given this problem. Now, to divide this, I'm gonna actually show you guys a simple trick, but using the reciprocal to actually divide fractions. And this trick is called KCF. Not KFC, not Kentucky Fried Chicken. Keep, change, and flip. Keep, change, and flip. That's what KCF means. Oops, I spelled change wrong. Keep, change, and flip. So KCF, that's keep, change, flip. So we're going to keep, change, flip this division problem we have over here. And since it says keep, we're going to keep the first fraction. And it says change, so we could change the division to multiplication. You always change division to multiplication when it says change. And 3/4, we could flip it because it says flip. And that's where the reciprocal part comes in. Flipping 3/4 is basically finding the reciprocal of 3/4. 4/3. The reciprocal of 3/4 is 4/3. So we're basically flipping it. So keep in mind KCF, that will help you easily divide any fractions. So now we could just multiply it. 4 times 2 is 8, and 3 times 3 is 9. And if you did not know how to multiply fractions, you could just go to the other video I uploaded and you could learn how to multiply fractions. So we would get 4 times 2 is 8 and 3 times 3 is 9. So that's our answer. Now let's look at another example. Let's scroll down and make another example. Let's say we have 5/6 divided by, 5/6 divided by maybe 9/8. 5/6 divided by 9/8, right? So we're gonna do the KCF thing again. So we're gonna keep the first one, change the division sign to multiplication, and flip the second fraction. So we would get 8 or 9. So that's what we would get. Now we just normally multiply. So 8 times 5 is 40. And 9 times 6 is 54. So 40/54. That's what we have. Now that's our answer. So what I see most common students would make as a mistake would be they actually flip the first fraction too. They flip both the fractions actually, not only the first fraction. They flip both fractions, or they only flip the first fraction and not the second fraction. But no, both those ways are wrong. The only thing you're supposed to do is flip the last fraction, second fraction. That's the only thing you're supposed to flip. You're gonna understand that when you practice more of these division problems. So just keep practicing and you'll get it. Use the KCF trick and I'm sure it will be easy. It will be a piece of cake. So hope you guys learned something new. If you guys have any questions or any topic suggestions, you guys could just comment it down below and I would be willing to make a video on those. So thank you guys for watching. Stay safe.